This is Seawolves. Storm? Or not.
Good Monday morning, Stony Brook. I'm Amanda Crisanti.
And I'm Jocelyn Cruz. This is the last day of classes for fall semester 2021. And this marks the last day that I'm a student and the last day that I'm in a classroom since I started kindergarten.
Wow, Jocelyn, that's quite a journey. While this isn't my last class ever, it is my last class of the semester. It's also only my second time ever anchoring in a way that's a bit symbolic.
That's right. You're in the School of Marine Atmospheric Sciences, and I'm in the School of Communication and Journalism.
Every broadcast, we repeat that this is a co-production of students at the School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences and their brothers and sisters at the School of Communication and Journalism.
I learned a lot from you guys, from weather to climate change and even satellites. I hope you learned something about journalism.
I definitely learned how to be more comfortable on camera and, more generally, how you put pictures and words together. You and I have even done a few packages together, the Forge River and the West Nile virus pieces.
I'm so happy you were able to learn about what goes on behind the scenes of a news show. One thing is that the weather gives us surprises. This morning seemed warm. It was almost 60 degrees. Let's go to Irina on today's weather. Irina?
Thank you. Happy Monday and last day of classes. Mia and Kodak have some weather updates for you. So today we're looking at relatively warm temperatures, cloudy skies, and a light southerly wind. I carry an umbrella with me just in case. However, chance of precipitation is not very high. A low of today will be nearly 37 and a high of 60. Enjoy comfortable temperatures, and back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Irina. I hope those high winds won't bring down tree limbs since we lost a couple of trees in the last few weeks.
Trees can regrow, but people can't. As we wrap up this semester, we are very aware of our fellow students who have had COVID. Across Long Island, we know that there have been more than 10,000 recorded deaths attributed to the COVID virus.
Yes, overall, 1 in 420 Americans have died from COVID, and we're still averaging more than 1,000 deaths a day in the United States.
Fortunately, more than 80% of the people 12 and over in New York City are vaccinated. The per capita death rate is 1/2 of the national average. The lesson is, get vaccinated and get your booster shot.
For students, it should just be a question of timing. You may want to wait after finals so that you don't feel the side effect of a sore arm.
One piece of very good news to combat all the anxiety over COVID is that what we thought was going to be a pretty deadly hurricane season has at least spared our region. The Atlantic hurricane season officially ended on the last day of November. For wrap-up of the hurricane season, let's go to the leader of our hurricane team, Deshaun.
Thank you, Amanda. Amanda, I bet you're a big DJ Khaled fan. According to him, another one, and that is another very busy Atlantic hurricane season. This year, 21 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes blossom across the basin. The averages are 14, 7, and 4. This was another season where we exhausted the naming list. The difference between this year and last year is last year we rolled through half of the second list. This year we stopped at our last name, which was Wanda. But let's take a very good look at this list. In June, we had Princess Elsa, which let it go on the Caribbean islands, including the newly republic Barbados. Hey Elsa, she let it go, let it go. Then 1 month later, we had Tropical Storm Fred, which cruised through the Caribbean before pounding Florida. For those of you who are old enough, you will remember that Fred was the main character in the famous kids TV show, The Flintstones. As he would say, yabba yabba doo. Then in September, we had Hurricane Ida, which slammed into Louisiana before swamping almost the entire state of New York. But why was this season so active? Firstly, we had ocean temperatures that were warmer than normal. So all the reds on the map, well, they are showing warmer than normal ocean temperatures. And with the warmer waters you have, the more energy there is for tropical disturbances to blossom into monstrous hurricanes. Then, when you look across the Pacific, you will notice a lot of blues. Well, that represents La Nina. And when we have La Nina, we typically have more favorable upper level winds across the Atlantic, leading into more hurricanes. This season was an absolute beast, but I hope next season will be much better. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Deshaun. Hurricane season has officially ended, but calendars and Mother Nature don't always agree. Let's hope nothing starts brewing anytime soon. To see what's brewing this week, let's go to Sam, who will tell us about our day of deep breathing, Tuesday's reading day, and our upcoming exam days.
Well, Amanda, it looks like we have quite a week ahead of us here, but first let's take a look at Tuesday. Tuesday we have a high of 41 degrees and it will be nice and sunny before just dipping below freezing in the evening. Wednesday we'll get to see our first December snowfall. We'll see some flurries between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We do have warmer temperatures hovering around 39 degrees, so we can expect to see some big snowflakes. Moving on into Wednesday night, the temperature will drop to a chilly 28 degrees, so if you're headed out, be sure to bundle up. And later in the week, we will see a return of a high-pressure system. On Thursday, that will bring us some sunny weather with a high of 40 degrees during the day and another chance of a wintry weather mix overnight into Friday. Friday, we have only a 30% chance of showers, so it'll be a nice, decent day to go outside, spend some time between your finals. And looking into the weekend, we have some warmer weather returning for Saturday and Sunday, but you might want to bring an umbrella with you if you plan on traveling this weekend. Back to you, Amanda.
Well, that's a lot happening this week.
Sure is. Amanda, now what's your hunch about snow this Wednesday?
Well, there is a 60% chance of precipitation, but our region will be spared from anything too heavy. I think there will be a light snow developing in the morning and gone by afternoon, maybe leading to an inch total. Luckily on Wednesday, no one will have to worry about traveling to classes. Jocelyn, how do you feel about today being your last day of school?
Well, before I tell you how I feel, I'll show you my last feature piece where I had the opportunity to report on the Rockefeller tree lighting ceremony in New York City.
We're kicking off the holiday season here at the iconic Christmas tree in the heart of New York City at Rockefeller Center. Last year, the celebration was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but spectators returned to celebrate the 89th annual Christmas tree lighting that will be covered with 50,000 multicolor lights and topped off with a Swarovski star. New Yorkers know there's no holiday season until the lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. With a limited number of viewing areas, crowds gathered to kick off the Christmas season by interacting with NBC's Hoda Kotb and Al Roker. This year's 80-year-old Norway spruce came to the Big Apple from Elkton, Maryland, weighing 12 tons, which after the holiday season will be turned into lumber to help a family build a Habitat for Humanity home. The countdown began as the crowd gazed at the tree strung with 50,000 multicolor lights and 900-pound crystal star that illuminated the tree. Daily viewing hours for the tree are from 6 a.m. until midnight and will stay lit around the clock on Christmas Day. From Rockefeller Center, I'm Jocelyn Cruz, signing off.
That's a nice, uplifting piece to finish off your career as a student. So how are you feeling about it being your last day of school?
Well, it's definitely a bittersweet feeling. I'm going to miss all the memories I created here in the studio, in the J School, and at Stony Brook. So it's a lot of emotion building up.
Well, I wish you the best after school, and I'm certainly going to miss you here in the studio.
Well, certainly we'll miss you along with all the other students here that helped create this show, and definitely going to miss Professor Sanders and Phil that helped us out a lot.
Well, I know you'll be off to bigger and better things. I'll still be here at Stony Brook next year.
Well, good luck to you as well. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Good luck to you guys in finals and happy holidays, and make sure you guys tune in next semester for Seawolves Storm or Not.